Good morning, students. Today we will study proportion as an equality of ratios. So, equality of ratios means actually, first of all, we should know, and already we studied about what is ratio. A ratio is formed when two quantities are compared by division. Okay, when two quantities are compared by the division, so that is called ratio. Okay, as we know, comparison can be possible by subtraction and it can be possible by division. But when we compare any two ratios, any two quantities by division, if we compare any two quantities by division, that is called ratio. And what is proportion? Proportion is nothing but it is an equation. Proportion is an equation which states that two ratios are equal. It states that two ratios are equal. So that is proportion as an equality of ratios. Okay. So first of all, we will understand what is proportion. So that's one situation is given, that is Sekhar worked for 20 days and was paid rupees 1600 as wages. Nirmal worked for 35 and paid rupees 2800. Sekhar complained that he was paid less than Nirmal. Is it right? In this case, also you can decide by finding out the ratio. Means suppose, as I told that, for as I told that if you work for the 1 month, I will pay 500 rupees, and the same boy who is your friend, he also worked for the 1 month and I paid him 550 rupees. So of course you will complain that because you both work for the same time, but the payment is different. Your friend got 550 and you get only 500. In this case you will complain that surely. But what is the difference means like, in your situation the time is same. Time means you both work for the same time, for the 1 month. But in this question you can see they work for the different time. You can see they work for the 20 days and one work for the 35 days. Another he paid 1600 and another got 200, 2800. So there is difference in the amount also, and the difference in the time also. Different time and different wages, the value, the amount. So in this case, when different two quantities at a time, we have to compare. As I give an example, you and about your friend, in that case what was there? In that case, you and your friend both were working for the same time, 1 month. Only we have to compare about the money. So easily we can compare, because you got 500 and your friend got 550. So easily we can compare, because only one quantity we have to compare. But in this question, in this case, we have to compare two quantities. Two quantities means we have to compare with the time also and with the amount also, and we have to decide. So in this case, in this type of case, we need ratios. We have to compare the ratio, and when we compare the ratios, that is proportion. When two ratios are equal, then they are proportion. When two ratios are not equal, they are called not proportion. Okay, so how we will solve? See, first of all, we will get the ratio of the wages. So what is that? 4:7. Then the ratio of time, so what is that? 4/7. So in this case you can see both the ratios are equal. This ratio of wages and the ratio of days, in both are same. It means they are equal means both the ratios are equal. It means they are proportion. They are in the proportion, because when two ratios are equal, you can see this ratio and this ratio are equal. It means they are in the proportion. So this is about proportion. One more example you can see. Sibana arranged some apple and banana in two baskets. The ratio of the number of apple to the number of bananas in two baskets is, so you can see here is how many banana and apple. That ratio we have to see, 4:6. Here is 8 and 12. So that is 8 and 12. So whenever we will compare this 4 is to 6, we can write in the form of fraction 4 by 6, and you can make it simplest form. So 2 by 3. Same 8 is to 12, we will write in the form of ratio, sorry, in the form of fraction, and we will write in the simplest form. So 2 by 3. You can see in the both cases 2 by 3, 2 by 3 is here, and also here 2 by 3. It means you will write this ratio, both are equal. So this 4 by 6 and 8 by 12 are in the proportion. So this is the sign for the proportion. You can see four dot lines are there. This is the sign for the proportion, that is these two ratio are equal, and it is read as 4 is to 6, as this is read as 8 is to 12. Okay, so about proportion, that was the example. So proportion, the definition of proportion is: a proportion is an equation which states that two ratios are equal. When two ratios are equal, that is called proportion. So 4 by 5, 8 by 10, so they are equal? Yes, because if you write in the simplest form, you will get 4 by 5. So they are in the proportion. But when we see this 4 by 5 equals to 8 by 11, they are equal? No, so they are not a proportion. Okay, so how to find the proportion, that we will study also. So first of all, in the proportion, four numbers are said to be proportion if ratio of first two is equal to the ratio of last two. Okay, if four numbers are said to be proportion when first two equal to the last two. Okay, so like suppose A, B, C, D is the number, and how when you will say they are in the proportion, when A is to B equals to C is to D, then they are called proportion. And the sign of proportion, you can see this is the sign of proportion, double colon. Okay, so this is the sign of proportion. And how you will read? It is read as A is to B, as we are reading for the ratio A is to B. But when there is a proportion, that is read as edge. It is read as edge. So A is to B, edge is to D, or okay, next, or you can read like this: A is to B as C is to D. Okay, so that is read as simply edge. Got it? Okay, now next, in the proportion, this first, second and third, fourth terms respectively, this A is called first term, B called second term, C called third term, and D called fourth term. Okay, first, second and third, fourth. And one more thing, first and fourth term means, first and fourth means who is your first? First is your A, and fourth is your D. Who is the first? A, and second who is your first? A, and the fourth is your D. First and fourth term of a proportion are called extreme term. What is it is called? Extreme term or extremes. Okay, the second and the third term is called middle term. Got it? So please keep in mind, this first and fourth is called extreme because they are at the last. You can see this one, A and D, these two are called extreme because they are at the last. And this B and this C is called means because they are in the middle terms, so that is called means. Okay, and these four, you can see this four dotted, okay, this four double colon is called proportion. Understood? So how you will solve this question, that is also the process you will see here. So what is the relation? 3, you can see, when you can multiply 3 into 8, this 3 into 8, you can multiply these two, and you can multiply 4 and 6. So product of extreme means who is in the extreme? Extreme means at the last. Extreme means at the last 3 and 8, because one is the left extreme and one is the right extreme. So 3 into 8, 26. Secondly, you can see 4 and 6, this 4 and 6. So this 4 and 6, when you multiply 4 and 6, you will get again 24. So in this both case you can see they are equal. Here is also 24 and here is also 24. It means they are in the proportion. They are in the proportion. And one more thing, what is the relation we are getting? The formula one we are getting, the product of extreme equals to product of means. This formula always you should be remember. Product of extreme equals to product of means. Okay. And how you can solve? By this process also you can solve. This a by b can we write in the form of fraction? Yes. So a by b. C is to d. Again we can write in the form of fraction. Then what we will do? Cross multiplication. What we will do? The cross multiplication. So that is a into d equals to b into c. This is b into c. So AD equals to BC. That's the same is here. AD equals to BC. And this is also AD is what? This is nothing but this is the product of extreme. And what is BC? BC is your product of means. So this is the formula, and like by the help of this concept we will solve question of proportion. One example you can see here. Determine the following are in the proportion or not. So 4, 8, 6 and 12. 4 countries are given. So what we have to do? First of all we find the product of extreme. So 48. 12 into 4 and 6 into 8 again 48. So both are same. So it means they are in the proportion. The two products are equal. Therefore the given numbers are in the proportion. Got it? And also we will do the same for here. First of all we will check the units. They are in the same or not, because as I told that we can compare in the ratio when they are in the same unit. Okay, so now we will solve some question, then you will understand. So here we are going to solve some question from exercise 8C. Okay, so now the first question we are going to solve from exercise 8C. Exercise 8C. So that is page number 164. Okay. The first question, number 1, determine the following numbers in proportion. We have to determine the number in the proportion. So here I am going to solve number 1, sub question 2. Okay. We have to determine the proportion. So what is the question? Question is 8, 10, 16, 20. So these 4 quantities we have. So we have to estimate that they are in the proportion or not. So what we have to do? First of all we have to find the product of extreme. If product of extreme and one more we have to find the product of means. Okay, so product of means, so write the product of means. Okay, so how we will get the product of means and product of extreme? So very easy method. Extreme means these two. Okay, so we will multiply these two, 8 into 20. And what is the mean? Mean means these two, 10 into 16. So you can write 10 into 16. So you can multiply it. You will get 160 here also, and here is also 160. So now you can see in the both case it is same. It is same or not? The product of extreme equals to product of means. It means they are in proportion. They are in proportion. Okay, that's your solution. Got it? Only you have to find the product of extreme and means, and you can solve. Okay, next question, number 2. Number 2 we will do determine if the following ratio form a proportion. Okay, number 2, question number 4 I will solve. Number 2, question number 4. Number 2, question number 4. So here is the question is 350 gram is to 4 kg and 75 centimeter to 8 centimeter. So now here is, it is given in the ratio, and we have to determine the ratios form a proportion. So they are proportion or not, we have to check that. First of all, here we have to see, as I told that their units should be same. You can see here is the gram, here is kilogram, here is the centimeter, and here is the centimeter. Sorry, here is meter actually. Okay, 8 meter is given. So you can, these units are different. So what we have to do, first of all, we have to change, we have to make the, we have to convert in the same unit. So first work we have to make in the same unit. So this is I just make in this gram. So this 4 kg I will change to the gram. So what you will do, 4 into 1000 you can do. In 1 kg how many gram? 1000. So this is okay. Now and this 75 centimeter, okay, I will change this 8 meter to centimeter. So what I will do, multiply by 100, and this is your centimeter. Now all this, all are changed. Just write one more step for this. All 350 gram is to 4000 gram, and this is your 75 centimeter to 800 centimeter. Now you can see all have the same unit, centimeter, centimeter, this gram and gram. Now we can compare. Okay, now what we will do, they are in the ratio, so we will write in the form of fraction. So write 350 gram by 4000 gram, and this side is your 75 centimeter by, there is 800 centimeter. Okay, now we can divide, we can divide it. So this gram cancel, and here you can, this 0 cancel, this 0 cancel, and this is your 7, and this is, here you can get 80. Okay, and here you will divide 3 times, and here 32. So after dividing, we are getting here 7 by 80, and here this side we are getting 3 by 32. So you can see, is it they are same? These two are same, these two ratios are same, means 7 is to 80 it is, and this is 3 is to 32. These two ratios are same or not? No, 7 is to 80. Sorry, it is not 80. Yeah, 7 is to 80, and that is 7 is to 32. Is it they are same? Just see it. Is it same? No, they are not same. So they are not in proportion. So what is the answer? They are not in proportion. Okay, so they are not proportion, they are not equal, so they are not proportion. Okay, next question we will solve. Question number 3. Question number 3, you have to write that missing terms. So number 3 we will solve. Question number 3 we will do, that is, fill in the blanks of the following so that the 4 numbers are in proportion. So here number 3 I will solve. Number 2, okay, number 2 I will solve. 20 comma blank 5.2 comma 1.3. So this term is missing. You can see in the proportion there are how many terms it should be? There should be 4 terms. Okay, 3 are there, 1 is missing. So which one is the missing? I will let it. I will let it means I will assume it. So I assume it. This is x. I just assume it. I let it. This is the. I let it. This is x. I assume it. This in this place there is x. Now that formula. This formula is very important, which I told that it will be used for the in this chapter. That is the formula. This one. This one. Product of extreme equals to product of means. By this formula I will solve. So product of extreme, what is the formula? Product of extreme equals to product of means. Okay, now here who is the extreme? Extreme means these two are the extreme, 20 and 1.3. So I will write here first 20 into 1.3, and there is an equal sign here. This equal sign I will write here. Now product of means means who is the mean terms? Mean terms is your this x and 5.2. So product of these two, we will multiply these two. So I will write here x into 5.2. Okay. Now next step, as we know that, as I taught, when you we have to shift the same type of quantity in the one side. We have to send the same type of quantity to the one side. So this 5.2 I will send to the this side. So when this will come 5.2 this side, here is in the with the multiplication. So it will be in the case of, it will be when it will become left side, this multiplication sign will change to the division. Okay. Now next step we will do this 20 into 1.3 and divided by this 5.2 equals to x. Okay. Now we can solve. Sorry, here is 1.3 actually it is. Okay, 1.3. Now we can divide. This is 4 times. Okay, and this 4 divided how many times? 5 times. So what is the value of x? So we are getting here 5 equals to x. So what is the value of x, and what was the value? This x was our first and x was our second term. So we got the value of x, that is 5. So likewise we can solve. You can solve which one is the missing. You just let it x, you suppose the value x, and you can solve. Question number 3. Got it? Now number 4 we will solve. Question number 4. Question number 4 is number 3 I will do. Question number 4, question number 3. 200 ml is to 2.5 liter equals to blank rupees 50. Okay. So fill in the blanks, make the following statement true. Means we have to, again we have to find it, this particular. So first of all we have to see they are in the same unit or not. So you can see they are not in the same unit. Here is the milliliter, here is the liter. First of all, to process further step, first of all we should make the same unit. We have to convert in the same unit. So my first work, we will change to the same unit, 200 ml. So I will change the liter to the smallest, that is in the milliliter. So 2.5, and you will multiply it by the, this you will change to 2.5 multiply by 1000. You have to change, multiply by 1000. Okay, and this is now your milliliter. Okay, now next is equals to dash rupees 50. Okay, next step same 200 milliliter. Okay, when you will multiply these two, this point will remove and 10 will cancel, so it will be 2500 ml. Okay, now equals to dash is to rs 50 rupees 50. Now we can assume it here. This I just x, I let there is a x. Now the same method we will follow. Okay, what is the method? Product of means equals to product of extreme. That you can do also, or can I write this one in the same 200 milliliter by 2500 milliliter equals to, because these two I change in this fraction, this ratio equals to, here I also can write x by rupees 50. Okay, now then after what I can do, I can cancel it, yes or no? How many times? No, it's a better, we will cross multiply it here. So here is 20 milliliter and 250, so you can multiply this 20, cross multiplication we can do, this 2 will multiply and this 2 will multiply, so 20 and there is 50 equals to 250, and this side is your x. Now we will find the value of x. So 220 into 50, and this 250 will come this side equals to x. So now you can divide 5 times and here is 4 times. Okay, so what is the answer? What is the value of x? Value of x is 4, and this is your rupees 4. Okay, actually here also you can divide. Here I did not divide here. You can divide it also, 20 and 250 you can divide. Okay, but here I divided because it will be easy to calculate. So likewise you can solve question number 3. First of all you have to change in the same unit, and where is the value, missing value, that is there you suppose x, then after you can use the formula for that product of means or extreme, or this you can write in the form of fraction. Both the given ratios you write here in the form of ratio, then after you can cross multiply. Okay, you can do the cross multiplication and find the value of x as I did here. Got it? Okay, now question number 5. Question number 5 is same like 2 and 3, means like question number 5 is your what? Question number 5 is there, all the terms is the first, second and third term is given, and you have to find the fourth term. Means first term is given, okay, second is given 49, third is also given 33, and your fourth is missing. So this one is missing, you just let it x. Then after what you have to do, find the product of your extreme, and then after find the product of means and solve it, and you will get the value of x. Okay, so it is same like number 2 and 3. Now we will solve question number 6. Okay, 6 actually is question number 6 and 7 both are same. Okay, both are same type. Okay, so I will solve only question number 7. In 7 they had given the ratio of bike and car. Okay, there is given ratio of bike and car. Okay, so what is the ratio? 34:7. Okay, and it is proportion, means we have to find out how many bikes are there. So this is in the proportion with the, this is proportion with the, again the same ratio will be car bike, and this side will be also, it is the value is given only, bike and car. Okay, no, so and it is the same thing we will write here. What is the value of their bike? So it is given your actually this value is not given, so we will assume x. The ratio of bike is not the value of bikes is not given, only the car is given, it is 28. Okay, now actually फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू शुड नो द ऑर्डरिंग हियर. आपको यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है आपको ये ख्याल रखने का, ऑर्डर मेंटेन करने का. ऑर्डर मीन्स हमने यहाँ पे किससे स्टार्ट किया, बाइक से और कार से. तो प्रोपोर्शन वाले साइड में मीन्स इस साइड में आफ्टर प्रोपोर्शन इधर वाला जो रेशियो होगा ये भी सेम ऑर्डर में होना चाहिए, बाइक एंड कार. ऐसा नहीं कि इधर हमने पहले कार लिख दिया पहले इधर और इधर में हमने बाइक लिखा. अगर आप ऐसा कर रहे हो देन इट इज़ रॉन्ग. आपको सेम मेंटेन करना है. इधर में हमने बाइक कार लिया था, इधर भी प्रोपोर्शन के इस साइड भी राइट साइड भी आपको बाइक और कार ही लेना है, तभी आप इस तरह से सॉल्व कर पाएंगे. ठीक है. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट, नाउ वी गॉट द मीन एंड एक्सट्रीम. ओके, और you can write in the form of fraction by putting equal signs and you can cross multiply or find the products of mean and extreme. So I will do the find mean and extreme. This two we can multiply and this two extreme we can multiply. Okay, so you can write the formula here. What is the formula? Product of extreme equals to product of means. So what is the product of extreme? Product of extreme is your 34 into 28. Okay, so right here 34 into 28, that is equals to means is your 7 into x. So now we will find the value of x. So 34 into 28 and it will be divided by 7 and which is equals to x. So 7 4s are, now we can multiply, we will get the value of x. So x value is 136. So what was the x? X actually it was total number of bike. X was total number of bike because this side we are writing total number of bikes and car and it was the ratio. So total number of bike was here, total number of bike is 136. Got it? So this is your answer 136. So actually in this question what you have to take care, आपको क्या हमेशा ध्यान रखना है, you have to careful about when you are writing the ratio. Here I write the ratio like bike and car. So this bike and car, this order I have to also maintain here, bike and car. बाइक कार इधर हमने लिखा है तो इधर भी बाइक कार ही लिखेंगे, ना कि आप कार एंड बाइक. ओनली दिस थिंग्स यू हैव टू टेक केयर. ओके, देन आफ्टर यू कैन डू इट. ओके, क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 is also same like question number 7, so you can solve it. Okay, question number 9 actually question number 9 is this type of question you have solved in exercise 8b. Okay, so this is like same type of question. Actually in this question the ratio of girls and ratio of boys is given. What is the ratio of, that is 8:7. ratio of girls and boys is given 8:7 and total is given. Okay, total is given. So individually we have to find out. So girls, what will be total number of girls? Girls equals to what we will write, this 8 I will write here and 8 plus 7 15 and what is the total? Total is our 75. So we can divide it 17 5 times. So 8 5s are 40. So how many girls are there? 40. Same we can find out the boy, that is what is a boy. So you can see that is in quantity it is 7. So I write here 7 by total 8 plus 7 15 into total number 75. So 5 times, so it is your 35. So how many girls? 40. How many boys? 35. You can check it also. 40 plus 35 is your 75. It means your solution is correct. Okay, and this type of question you have already solved in exercise 8b. Okay, now I will solve question number 10. So number 10 is that, question number 10, after selling 85 copies of books for every 100 copies printed, means after selling 85 copies books for every 100 copies printed, a publisher find that 45 copies are left unsold. How many copies were printed? So left copy मीन्स हर बार 100 कॉपी आप प्रिंट करते हो तो 85 जब आपका सेल हो जाता है तो फिर आप क्या करते हो, मतलब 100 कॉपी में से 85 सेल होने के बाद आप प्रिंट करते हो, ठीक है, तो आपको बच कितना गया? सो लेफ्ट, सॉरी, सो देर इज लेफ्ट कॉपीज, लेफ्ट कॉपीज फॉर every 100, okay, for every 100 copies. So that is equals to, total is your 100 and 85 is your sold out. So what is left? 15. So always after 100, when you print the 100 copies, okay, and there left 15 for the 100, next I will write the proportion form. So how? So I will write the printed one, okay, printed and is to left, मीन्स कितना प्रिंट हुआ और कितना बच गया, सेम आई जस्ट इट इज़ फॉर द प्रोपोर्शन, same thing I will follow the next side, this printed and left, the same I will write here also, okay. So here is also printed is to left, printed is to left, okay. Now this we will form the ratio. Now printed is your what? How many you are printing? First you are printing the 100 copies, so how many left? 15. This 15 is left or not? Okay. And proportion, in this side what is given? Printed is not given, only given 45 copies left, 45 copies left. This part is not given, so I assume it X. And this is how many copies are left? 45. Got it? Now we have the all the four terms, and now we can apply the rule of that one, mid and product of means and product of extreme. So this product of means and product of extreme, we can do it. So now what will be here? 100 into product of extreme, 100 into 45 equals to 15 into x. This is the product of means. Now we can find the value of x. So 100 into 45 by 15, and it is equals to x. So we can divide 15 3s are 45. Now this you will multiply, so you will get 300 equals to x. So this is the value of this much. So 300 pages were printed. So what was printed? So total 300 pages printed, okay. So this is your answer. Got it? How I have solved? Here actually only I find out what is the left copy. So 100 minus 85, so that is a 15. Now I have what I have done, I just make I just write in the form of ratio. So I write in the particular order, printed left and printed left. So I just write the value of all, and then after I use the formula product of extreme equals to product of means, and find the value of x, okay.